Equestrian in the Park brings such a big atmosphere. It's so exciting to compete in front of so many people.
Usually we're out in the countryside eventing, so to bring it into the heart of a city, it's one time where we can really showcase our sport.
The only event of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere.
The great thing I find about the sport is there's real camaraderie between all the competitors.
I love how big the community is, especially here in WA.
It's just too important an event for WA Equestrian. It's an amazing pinnacle for our year, and to have someone like Sir Mark Todd come along is just a legend. And Sammy Griffiths, Australian Olympian badminton winner, it's just incredible.
Equestrian in the Park is a combination of show jumps and cross-country jumps.
There's water fences and brush jumps.
The top 5 riders that are closest to the optimum time will be chosen to go into a jump-off.
The fences come at you thick and fast, some of them knocked down, which you get penalised for.
And the winner is the fastest and the clearest round, which will win a brand new Ford car.
The buzz and the adrenaline rush of doing a competition like that is fantastic. It's a great community to be involved with.
Hello everyone, welcome to Equestrian in the Park, a 2020 style event with all new show jumping excitement here on the banks of the Swan River in Perth, Western Australia, thanks to the Town of Victoria Park, Channel 7 and McInerney Ford.
Coming up on today's show, we chat with Australian Olympic medalist Sam Griffiths, plus legendary rider Sir Mark Todd. We also chat with some stars of the future at the beautiful Crown Perth. We check out the wining and dining on display, public course walk and fashions on the field. Plus, enjoy horse eventing and show jumping on the banks of the beautiful Swan River, with diamond class, show jumping and Grand Prix competition for amazing Ford car prizes.
This sport is extremely hard. It's very draining. The ups and downs definitely take a lot out of you, but we always come back for more. Some call us crazy, but we love it, so we keep doing it. Being in an arena like we're in, with the atmosphere around it, it adds another element to it, which makes it all that much more challenging. Also, when we have riders like Sam Griffiths and Mark Todd, you see them on TV or you're watching them online and think, oh, if only I could ride like that one day. And then you look at the draw on the weekend at Equestrian in the Park and they're in the same class as you. So it's a bit confronting, but at the same time, it's really exciting. And just watching those riders, you learn so much from them. What makes this sport easier is having a good partnership with your horse and understanding and having a good relationship with your horse. You can sort of react off that and feed off each other's strengths and weaknesses. My horse hasn't got that much experience, so it will be a bit of a wake up for him. He's jumping into the crowd a bit, which might scare him a little bit. He's got a good jump on him and I know he can jump everything out there. It will more be a matter of how he copes out there and if I can give him the right ride that he needs.
Equestrian in the Park gets underway with more than 40 up-and-coming riders and horses competing with some of the world's best. And there's an amazing McInerney Ford EcoSport up for grabs for the lucky winner in the Diamond Class eventing competition. This event sees a new format, with the riders all contesting for a top 5 ride-off opportunity to contest for prizes worth over $40,000. Emma Cumming is riding with a JDRF Australia blue sash for her brother Daniel in finding a cure for diabetes. JDRF Australia is the official charity partner for Equestrian in the Park.
the jokers. So put your hands together for our last rider in the diamond class.
The end of the first round saw 5 riders through to the ride-off, including Australian Olympian Sam Griffiths. It promises to be a very exciting finish.
You're watching Equestrian in the Park thanks to the Town of Victoria Park, Macanoni Ford and Channel 7. More Diamond Class highlights ahead.
Definitely cross country would be my favourite phase, and I love the jumping, so dressage, although I do find it fun at times, definitely not my favourite. I would definitely love to ride at the 4-star level. That's ultimately my goal. It's so good to watch the top riders competing at that level. The location is definitely a major part of the event, with obviously the Perth city in the background. Brings in a lot more spectators, I think. If it was out of town a bit, you probably wouldn't get as many people just walking by and noticing it, so I think it brings in more of a crowd.
The only thing that could make you appreciate the riders more is watching from absolute luxury here in the corporate area. Elegant design, fine wining and dining. If you need me, I'll be here.
Everyone loves being in the Gage Road's corporate marquee area.
It's all very exciting. It's kind of the equestrian event of the year.
And I'm so delighted that they're putting on a show like this.
I just love horses. They're extraordinary and amazing. I just love the thrill of horse jumping.
Guests in the Platinum Lounge watch the show in ultimate style. Beautiful decor, food, and of course, champagne. Cheers, ladies.
We've got very fancy food, fancy drinks to come. Pretty exciting.
This is the Platinum. This is the elite of the elite. This is where you want to be. It's absolutely beautiful.
Always clever.
Well, Mike threw down the challenge, but these riders after him are definitely picking it back up.
Now she's got to gallop on.
Yeah,
Come inside. This is a tight line.
She knows how to gallop. Oh, well done.
Great bold jump by Bashamo.
Well, I can't drive for a couple more years yet, but definitely good to say you won your first car.
Right, and Olivia, who do you want to thank?
Definitely Macanoni Ford for this absolutely amazing prize, and Victoria Park for the great grounds, and Channel 7 for obviously all the support, and also Sonia Johnson, my coach that's helped me the most with this horse. So yeah.
Imagine being able to wander the pitch during lunch at the Ashes. Well, this is the equestrian equivalent. That's one of the things that makes Equestrian in the Park so special and unique.
Right between Diamond Class and Grand Prix competition, this is a great opportunity for the crowd to check out the jumps, water features and more, up close and personal. It certainly gives you a new appreciation of the skill of the riders and horses at Equestrian in the Park.
I'm here as an ambassador to support Equestrian in the Park. It's great to see so many off-the-track thoroughbreds here and such amazing riders on such a hard course. It's a wicked atmosphere, very posh, and then also lots of, horsey people doing their hard, dirty work. couldn't ask for a better venue, I think. You know, it's really central for everyone. The ground here is beautiful for the horses. It's nice and close to the city for everyone to go out afterwards. So they've picked a great location. Mike D'Agostino's done a wonderful job. I am enjoying myself, but I have races later on, so I can't really get too much into it. I would like to have a champers, but I'll have to wait till after the last.
Plenty more action still to come here at Equestrian in the Park, thanks to the town of Victoria Park, McInerney Ford and Channel 7. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Sam Griffiths. I actually come from Melbourne, but currently living in the UK. I was very kindly invited across to the event over here at Equestrian In The Park. I'd heard and seen a little bit about the event, and I just wanted the opportunity to come over. I love supporting eventing in Australia, and I thought this was a really good opportunity to do that. I'm loving being over at Perth. I've only had a tiny bit of beach time. I'd like to get a bit more down there, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've had some really good highlights in my career. I've been lucky enough to go to 2 Olympics for Australia, and then at the Rio Olympics win a team bronze medal, which was an absolute highlight. Also, I came 4th individually there, so I was just pipped out on a medal. So that's my ambition in the future, is to get an individual medal. And I've also been lucky enough to have won badminton horse trials, and for us eventers, that's a bit of the holy grail. For me, the course, the riders are going to have to be really positive, but very quick thinking. The great thing about a horse is, as a rider, you can make mistakes and they can really get you out of trouble. They're amazing creatures to work with. Mark Todd's at the event as well, and he's an absolute legend. When I was a small child, he was a bit of a hero of mine. They like him so much in New Zealand that they've knighted him. I think he's even got stamps with his face on it. So, you know, he's an absolute legend in the sport, and you know, I'm privileged to be here with him.
The West Coast Vets show jumping is all new for Equestrian in the Park. For the first time ever on the banks of the beautiful Swan River in Perth, we see elite show jumpers and their horses compete. Well done to Rebecca Donovan for taking out first place in the West Coast Vets show jumping, and to the riders for a great new inclusion at Equestrian in the Park.
Equestrian is the royal sport of choice, and just like Megan and Kate, there are some serious trendsetters here today. What better way to show that off than fashions on the field, especially when there's a $2,500 solid gold diamond piece up for grabs for the winner.
Make it ooze with the unthinkable, don't stop till you come first. Life so unpredictable, take control of what you're worth. Wasting time's forgivable, but nobody wants to grow old. It's time for the original to come and break the mold. Take it easy, just one step at a time, and baby, you'll be fine.
Andrew, congratulations on winning. How are you feeling?
Very surprised. I feel delighted.
You have won $2,500 worth of prizes from Solid Gold Jewellers. How do you feel?
I was not expecting it. I just entered it for a bit of fun and I'm blown away.
First horse out there on the new track, it's the Horseland Boots, the same as the previous round. A little bit taller. A long spot. Oh, yes!
And she has thrown down the gauntlet.
Oh, ever so slight touch with his back foot.
Take pleasure, everybody, in watching the master at work.
The last fence.
Oh,
Folks, give it up.
Fantastic.
There's our current leader, Mark Todd and the Diamond Thief.
My auntie used to ride, my mum used to ride, my cousin currently rides. I used to ride their horses when I was up on their property when I was younger. Obviously can't do it anymore.
Well, you can't do it anymore. Why?
Oh, because of football, in case you fall off and hurt yourself. I don't think Simo would be too happy if that had happened. I wouldn't be too happy either. So it's a pretty dangerous, can be a dangerous sport. These big beasts that you're riding on top of, that you're jumping over hurdles, it can be dangerous. So these riders are very skilled. They're trained for hours and hours, years. And to jump over the sides of these hurdles at good pace requires a lot of skill and a bit of courage as well. So I'd be no good, but that's why it's full respect to them. It's enjoyable to watch them.
Still to come, we catch up with the greatest rider of the 20th century, Sir Mark Todd. And after the break, we find out if this legendary Kiwi can take out the Grand Prix class. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Mark Todd. I'm an event rider from New Zealand, but I live in England. Well, I've been very fortunate to have a very long career, which started in 1978. My first big highlight was winning badminton, the badminton horse trials in England in 1980. Since then, I've won it a further 3 times. I've won the Burghley 4-star event in England a further 5 times. 2 Olympic gold medals and a few other Olympic medals and a few World Championship medals. So in a long career, I'm lucky I've had quite a few highlights. Touching wood very firmly, obviously I've had quite a few injuries, but nothing too serious. Probably starting at the head, I've had broken jaw, broken collarbones, broken ribs, broken arm, broken wrists, broken ankles. But I've come away pretty lucky actually. It doesn't really matter what sport you're in, you know, if you're going to be at the top, it involves an awful lot of work. But in our sport, it's not only getting ourselves fit, we have another animal that is our partner that we have to get really fit, and he can't tell us how he's feeling, so you've got to learn to sort of read that. You know, it's a pretty unique sport. Having had the success I've had over the years and the accolades that go with it, it's very satisfying and very humbling a lot of the times. But you know, it's probably only as I get to the latter part of my career that I can actually comfortably look back and sort of realise, you know, what an amazing career I have had. You know, thanks to the horses, the owners, the teams of people around me that have helped me all the way. And, you know, we're always trying to keep going and do better.
Buckle yourself up, folks. Get on the edge of your seat, because this will be one of the rounds that you may never forget. You were here at Equestrian in the Park 2018 to see Sir Mark Todd riding the local horse, the Diamond Thief, as the last rider in the competition. The last horse in the jump-off. Look at this line. Oh my goodness. Wow. And now the lighthouse, the Lewin Lighthouse. What will the Wrigley Rail do? He's stayed up. Oh my goodness. The red, white and blue rosettes. Oh, a little slip there as they're coming out of the water. And that's clear.
This horse is trying so hard for him.
Hold your breath, folks. The collective breath. He's clear. The permapole, and he travels on 0 penalties. A great spot. 1 stride. He's clear. He's clear. What's the clock doing? I can't see the clock. 1 fence. Sir Mark Todd, the Diamond Thief. We have to look at the clock. I just saw the clock. Mark Todd and the Diamond Thief have won. 51.34. 4.5 seconds faster than Kirsten Twining. What a great competition. Wow. Folks, give it up. Get off your feet. Get out of your chairs and really give it up for the Diamond Thief.
Oh, listen, it's just been an incredible day. You know, The whole atmosphere here, I never expected this, but it's just been an incredible atmosphere, a great crowd, really good competition, and you know, it's just a huge thrill to be able to drive away in the car. I think of events of this type, you know, sort of arena eventing like this would rate as one of the best anywhere in the world. You know, it's just the whole atmosphere here, the situation of it, it's really beautiful. The other horse I rode was the more experienced horse, and I thought he was probably my best chance, but it wasn't to be. And this horse, he just came out and he gave me the most beautiful ride. The first round felt fantastic. There was a bit of pressure on in the jump off, but I was lucky to be going last, and I knew what I had to do, and the horse responded, and it was, you know, really cool.
We hope you've enjoyed Equestrian in the Park, thanks to the town of Victoria Park, McInerney Ford and Channel 7. We'll see you again next year.